Welcome back. We're continuing with our current events panel, and joining me again are Brock Stevenson and Hannah Salmon-Vey. Okay, from BC now we're going out east. We're going to talk about Nova Scotia, really, who sort of led the charge here, but other maritime provinces have followed. But there is a wildfire ban, and it's a big controversy. Why? Because you can face a hefty fine if you violate some of the policies, which could include walking the woods. Why don't you explain to us what is this ban and what prompted it? Please, Hannah.
Yeah, so in Nova Scotia, it's been almost 2 weeks now where it's not just a wildfire, like a ban on building fires because it's very, very dry over there and they have a lot of fires right now and there's no rain in sight, but you can't walk in any forests in Nova Scotia. And if you do so, if you go hike in a forest, if you camp, anything like that, you'll receive a minimum of a $20,000 fine. $25,000 fine, and I believe it's increased to $50,000 now. Already, some people have been fined. And then in New Brunswick, they're doing the same thing as well. Interestingly, in New Brunswick, they're saying that the premier was saying that it's not, she's like, people are saying that it's silly that, if you walk in a forest, that you're going to just randomly set a fire just by walking in the forest. She's saying they're having a ban of going in forest there because if you break your leg in the forest, there's not going to be enough first responders to come there and get you because they're dealing with the wildfires in other areas of the province right now. And so thankfully, there's been a lot of outcry about this because, you were told to stay at home forever for COVID. There's always a good reason, it seems, for the Canadian government to lock people away. Now it's for hiking in forests. Deal with the people who are arsonists. Deal with the people who are intentionally setting wild, forest fires. I don't fine people for walking in a forest. Like that's absolutely ridiculous. And how long is this going to go on for? I don't know. It just seems like might turn into climate lockdowns, as some people have been saying.
Okay, well, let me ask a couple follow-ups to Hannah, then we'll switch to you, Brock. But Hannah, sorry, you said to find the arsonist. So are they certain that arson is the culprit for these wildfires?
Well, I mean, in Alberta, even last year when there's been a ton of wildfires, they were saying that a lot of the fires were from arsonists and from human fires that were being created in the forest, whether it's intentional or just campfires getting out of control. So deal with those issues instead of outright bans of people just
Mhm.
walking in a forest.
Yeah, we're going to do a whole show. I think I did one a few years ago, but on forest management, because there is a whole strategy as to how
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
reduce that. In fact, in certain parts of California, homeowners
Hmm.
associations have goats
Hmm.
grazing to clear brush, and that's what reduces their insurance because they have goats, like in beside an urban
Yeah,
space.
deal
It's
with the brush and that type of
interesting.
management.
Um,
Yeah.
Very much. Okay, Brock. Sorry, this is insane, but New Brunswick, you cannot walk through forest because you may break your leg. And then
Hmm.
where are
Yeah,
the
that's what the
emergency
premier
response?
said. Yeah.
Brock, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, you live in a very forested province, probably the most of this whole country.
So BC's had a lot of forest fires. Oftentimes it's lightning strikes. Occasionally it's a fire that's not put out. Sometimes it's a spark from a train. Other times it's someone throwing a cigarette butt. Fires happen. Unfortunately, three of the Atlantic provinces have put in restrictions. I don't think PEI is forested heavily enough to join this insanity. But I think in some regards, it's kind of a traditional Atlantic Canadian high Toryism that government knows best and is preventing people from harming themselves when it may be a few careless outdoorsmen who forget to put out their fire or throw a cigarette butt out a car window while driving near a forest, right?
Right.
Anything can cause a forest fire. Whether restricting the public from accessing the public lands is a separate issue. I think the real challenge is that stupid people contribute to forest fires, but stupid governments contribute to backlash. And I think we're seeing a case of both here as forest fire season lights up.
Well said. Now, a man was violated the ban and was fined $28,000. That seems so steep, Brock. Do these penalties seem proportionate, and are they effective as deterrents?
They deter a lot of the public, but they also bring some people to rise to the occasion and challenge them. This individual's been active in public life. He's run for office for MP with the People's Party. He went and told them, "I'm going to go into the forest. You're going to find me. You want to come with me?" He went, took video footage, came back. They gave him a $28,000 fine. He did this solely so he can challenge it in the courts, and I think we'll see if this sort of regulation holds up in Canadian courts. I suspect with our legal system it probably will, and this fellow is going to be out 28,000. But if no one steps up, Hannah may be right, and we may be in more and more lockdowns as our summers have forest fires each and every year.
Yeah. What did you call it? An eco lockdown, Hannah?
climate lockdowns.
Climate
Yeah,
lockdowns.
that's and it's the frog in the boiling pot of water. We always say it's never going to happen until it does, and so I'm glad that guy is going to be challenging it, and other people will be as well, because it's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, we've never had lockdowns in this country, so don't worry, it'll never
No,
come here.
of course not.
Anyhow,
We didn't survive 5
okay,
years of that.
we're going to pick up this another topic, talk about the Air Canada strike right after this break.